support.
The maestro, please!
Things finally starting to pick up in conjunction with the Grammys bump. Let's see what we have this week. This'll be for the week of
February 15th. 2025.
On this day of music, back in 1992, Wayne's World would be released in theaters in the United States. Due to its heavy focus on rock music, many artists would see their back catalog surge in popularity, especially considering the soundtrack got double platinum in '97. Regardless, none would see a bump the most other than Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, which got to number 2 because of the infamous headbanging scene, a place it has not been for almost 20 years at that time. Our first new classical album of 2025 from none other than Ludovico Einaudi. Oddly enough, while on vacation in a villa in the Mediterranean, he actually saw a bunch of portraits from someone else who would stay there, cataloging their previous summers. So he sought to do the same, only musically instead of visually.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Sir Mara Joy did get a post-Grammy bump, but it only got back into the bottom of the jazz charts, and it was for her album Portrait.
Singing.
I love rock and roll!
Just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso through the Badlands.
Yet another Dave's Picks, this one from 1976, October 2nd, at the Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati. I do wonder how long they're going to continue this. The previous one they had of these Dick's Picks, that went for 36 volumes, given Dick himself unfortunately passed. And Dave is still kicking, so I imagine we're just gonna keep going.
It's bigger than hip-hop, hip-hop.
Bare feet in the parking lot, dancing with the collar on. Gas ain't running on and on.
Finally getting to enjoy this album on the show now that it's gotten that post-Grammy bump higher than it's ever been, and I do say, I understand why it won Best Rap Album, despite being a mixtape.
So I see heaven after love.
Album number 6, and the last of a trilogy of albums, the first two being After Hours and Dawn FM, with Hurry Up Tomorrow, supposedly the last album from The Weeknd. I would say Charlie XCX's Brat got a post-Grammy bump, which it did on the Billboard 200, but considering it was already at number 1 here for a lot of the time, I imagine it's not much of a change. That being said, we are just waiting until Lady Gaga's new album at this point.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know I said I'd never think.
Making its way back into the top 5 post-Grammys, note that while she did perform Birds of a Feather at the Grammys, she unfortunately didn't win any Grammys.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz? Tell him Kendrick did it. Who put the West back in front of shit? Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, I'm tripping.
I swear to God, if you haven't watched the Super Bowl halftime show yet, do yourself a favor and go watch it. In fact, go watch it multiple times, and then go stream it, because they uploaded the performance on all streaming platforms as well.
Life's better on Saturn. Got to break this pattern of loading the way.
Again, go watch that Super Bowl halftime show. SZA performed wonderfully as well.
Debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve. Debí darte más besos y abrazos.
Fun fact, Nueva York actually contains 2 samples, Andy Montañez performing Un Verano en Nueva York, and a post-fight interview between Oscar de la Hoya and Felix Trinidad, which was billed as the fight of the millennium back in the 90s.
So I see heaven after love.
So as I said, it is the last album from The Weeknd, but we believe he's just retiring the name. He has alluded to the fact that he's probably going to continue music, just not as The Weeknd, maybe his actual name, maybe as something else, we will see. So I believe this is our first kind of heftier week. Hopefully February continues this, but there's only one way to find out. Come back next week.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro!